this Melissa pick?
Well, let's see if Melissa will continue to have so much influence in this draft and in this game. As the Petito and Atlas get banned out by Vamos and the Fanny gets banned out by BTR.
It's going to be the same approach for BTR. And I think this is the game. This is the game that we're gonna see it. I feel like. I think. Oh, they banned it. Oh, come on now.
I mean, sometimes you just need a simple solution. If you don't want to draft against it, just ban it straight up. Am I sad? I am sad because it gets banned.
Because I feel like they want to go for the first pick and then eventually BTR will take that Melissa. That's why I feel like the path is for them. So BTR just straight up banned this now that puts up to Marcel. And I wonder if Team Vamos actually puts that in their priority. Because the Valentina is still available, so that means that the golden hour can be stolen. But overall, Marcel just achieved so much in the team fights.
Okay, the Marcel is open. But is Vamos going to be able to pick it up knowing that the Marcel Valentina trade is up for grabs? We might just go ahead and pack all the poke and fast scaling with it. Go Marcel, get the Granger later, a la Onic and how they like to play the Marcel, but no. Instead of picking it up themselves, they get the Valentina. How do you feel about this?
I understand it. I understand why that is the case. I don't think that it's the best first pick, for sure. But in this state that we have in the draft with the Freya, Fanny, as well as the Lara being banned out, as well as the Melissa taken away by them, it means that there is no hero that you really have to prioritize in the draft. That's why I say that I understand why the Valentina was first picked up. It prevents the Belleric, it prevents the Marcel. It actually is a good pick only in this particular scenario. This is not something that you can see. And also, this is a direct byproduct of what we saw from the first two games.
Luna Harley gets prioritized here for BTR by Vit. So, being honest with it, they want a lot of control and a lot of pace through the center of the map. Glue and Harley, you don't really think of Glue as someone who goes fast, but with a Harley, who does feel so much faster. The clearing. What else could Vamos pick up here?
I'll go for Belleric. I think I want maybe a Batam eventually, but that will be like later into the draft. Might just go for Nolan, but then again, that's not good against the Glue, but it is okay up against the Harley. They might not have any other choice here rather than the Nolan. So Esmeralda, understandable as a pick. What is going to be their jungler choice? Yeah, they feel like they're back in the corner. There's no other good hero apart from the Nolan. And now, BTR, they can just secure their gold dinner, which could be now a Claude, because there's really no problem with that at all anymore.
Really quick and easy pickup there, and they'll just play around the potential idea of a Glue flex, but recently this Glue has mostly shown up at Rome. With all the dashes present for Team Vamos, might not also be too far-fetched for a surprise focus to show up there in the end, despite, yes, it going up against an Esmeralda. We've seen a few games in MSC where even the Esmeralda or a Focus won't really care anymore. A Brody is the pickup here for BTR by Vit. So, again, holding on to the same idea that there is no poke on the side of Vamos, but they have a lot of dive, and especially strong burst dive to deal with this. Brody, still interesting.
Yeah, a very interesting pick here for BTR. Here's the idea. Here's the reason why they went for it. They want to make sure that this Harley is at the center of it all. They're going to be playing around now. And when you play it like this, you want strong side lanes. The Brody is, right now, without the Melissa, the strongest that you can think of when it comes to marksman choices. There's no really good answer to it lane to lane. Maybe a Clint in a skills matchup setup, maybe Bruno at a certain point, but yeah, Brody just wins you that lane. And even when Team Vamos decides to go for a fighter gold laner, maybe somewhere along the lines of well, there's no Paquito, there's no Freya, so maybe there are no other good fighter gold laners out there. It still can win, so I like the idea here coming up from BTR, a much stronger hero compared to a Claude if they do pick it up. And they even banned the Marcel because for some reason both teams just really did not put any attention on that Marcel in the early stages of this draft.
They both had to let it go. I mean, you did mention earlier the Nolan Esmeralda might end up getting prioritized more for Vamos, and they did. The Brody surprise pickup, I think maybe this is where Vamos is now thinking, ooh, they might have just checkmated us when we don't just see it yet. It's like one of those moves that you're just wary that, oh, that could be leading into something. There's no more room for long range, and they decide to go with something like a Claude in the gold lane that's going to struggle in the laning phase. Kalenia gets banned out by BTR by Vid. They're doing, seems like they're just safely taking out all the things that could potentially give trouble for this Brody. They're being honest with it. They're building around Eman.
Yeah, maybe activating this Brody early, so that means that you are looking for a stable mid laner, the one that wins the mid lane, maybe a Sushi actually, if they're willing to, because Lilia, a Ruby, probably can explain a good answer to the Nolan for sure, because of that stun. You give away a Don't Run Wolf King, I believe is what it's called. No, I'm Offended. There you go. I'm Offended. Yeah. You give away an I'm Offended ultimate, but they're gonna be happy to trade with that. Team Vamos. Now, Lilia might be a good hero if not the Eudora. The Eudora, I feel like, is the strongest hero we have, and Lilia would be a good answer to the blue as well as this Ruby eventually. I think that Team Vamos are going to be looking to that hero. And then when it comes to the roam, they already have the Valentina, sorry about that. Okay, there we go.
I see the vision.
Okay,
the vision, and I like it. But in the mid, they can still play for pokes though. I think they get a mid laner with long range pokes. But the bombs, like let's say if it's something like a Farsa or something like an Eve, the shield, then you're gonna be giving those to the Valentina too. Ooh, a tough choice by BTR by Vid. This is what got them. This is what got them in MSC.
So I think it's just Eudora or even like a random Valera actually, or a lot of poke. But yeah, Eudora is the safest. I feel like they still went for the Farsa. Alright. So it is a way to poke the Hanabi and such a reliable hero to pair up with the Brody, because the Brody can easily supplement the Farsa damage. Like there's so much long range damage that you're seeing now for this BTR squad. And I gotta say, they have significant amount of tools to do with the Hanabi.
Let's see. Wasn't like before, where the last time they faced a Hanabi, it really looked like they just did not have anything to do with it. Now they do. Will history repeat itself, and will BTR by Vitality lose to a Hanabi pickup? Or will the ghosts of the past no longer haunt them and prove that, oh yeah, we finally learned from that one little game that just eliminated us from the biggest tournament of the year so far? Hopefully. Let's see. Game number 3 is Vamos and BTR by Vitality. Yes, you did mention BTR might have enough hope, but real quick, who got the lineup? Who got the better one for you?
I think it's BTR. I feel like, and I'm saying that because of ease of execution. I think their composition is really solid. Team Vamos will have to really weave their way through the blue as well as the ruby and make it so that this Hanabi will be healthy enough to approach the team fights. Because if you think about it, Hardy can go for a Deadly Magic Poke that can be followed up by a Farsa ult, and then the torn apart memory to just destroy the foundation of Team Vamos. There's just a lot of immediate damage coming out from BTR. It kind of feels like when they fight in the second turtle, or when it's a 5v5 in the 8-minute mark, I think it's easier for BTR to win the team fights.
Yeah, it's instant gratification. You don't need to delay it. It's what we like these days. We just want to see the results of our and the fruits of our labor right away. Nile, is that going to be? Yes, it is a purple buff steal. Accomplished by BTR by Vitality, and if we're going to be talking about instant gratification, that is going to be felt immediately. Though Error 404 will still be able to hit level 4, he is not going to have a purple buff heading into turtle number 1. He's going to try to get kills. That spin on the glue, he's not going to be able to get that. It's their turn to try and get a bit of a clapback, but now they're going to be forced to get back out of there with the burst by Error. Is it enough? BTR might have just over-defended their side of the jungle.
That's a welcome kill for Team Vamos after losing their own purple buff. Now Air 404 will be bursting this sword, see how fast this could be. Now Air will be in time, and he's actually level 5 but still loses the rest of the battle because of how speedy the burst was for Team Vamos.
A little bit quicker there for Team Vamos now. BTR by Vitality trying to find a turnaround with the burst damage of the Nolan. They have the respect. Error 404, we stole his purple buff. How come he's the one who's leading, setting the tempo, and getting turtles? Well, it's just some nice, great rotations by Vamos, and of course, how fast Nolan can take down the turtle by himself.
You can see the Team Vamos are still finding ways to mitigate the first few minutes where they get lost their purple buff. Air 404 with 1 kill it means so much for Team Vamos, but BTR gonna be pushing the tempo now already. Position here in the middle. They want to go for Clockwork or Siska. Or one first, like Clockwork. Anyways, not enough.
Not enough. So it's a little dance. They're both disciplined with it. The ultimate of the Farsa is on the clock, so maybe they'll be able to find Kilgun on top. He's immobilized, and he gets turned to dust by Vamos.
That's the thing with the Ruby. Ruby is good in long, extended team fights, but when it comes to burst damage from Team Vamos, courtesy of this Nolan, it's not going to be enough for the Ruby to survive. They want to go for an exchange for BTR here in the bottom lane, but it seems like with the crowd control immunity that Nacto has, it's going to be an easy defense coming out from Team Vamos.
Control of the river now falls for BTR by Vitality. Looks like they'll be able to get another golem from the jungle here from Air 404, who is up top by his lizard. 8 seconds before his orange buff spots, he's going to have to take that. But Nile and Bigetron by Vitality, they're not doing too much for this turtle. Getting a lot of river control, seeing what they can get. Oh, Error lets go of his own orange buff. BTR by Vitality will now have to rush for this turtle. This might have been an excellent play because Zeke's is blocking a key portion of where they can rotate through. They spot now, they know where he is. He's there now for the body block. Frederick Airstrike utilizes the center of the map, and that Clockwork will not be able to join in, or excuse me, make that M-on. Team Vamos gets turtle number 2. But BTR by Vitality are finding bodies, but Clockwork finds Nile. A kill for Vamos. Oh, make it 2. That's another one. He takes down the Brody. That's 2 major carries for BTR by Vit, taken out by Clockwork on this Valentina.
And how about that? Team Vamos have disintegrated the composition of BTR. When we talk about the composition of BTR, how many times have we commended their upfront damage? But when they are separated, when they are dispersed, Team Vamos' burst is just way too much for them to handle. Only the glue right now is a hero that can last through the one flurry of Team Vamos' combo. But you can see Nile, they melt, Emma just getting taken out by Clockwork on this first pick Valentina. And even Shogun has to back out very early into these team fights because Team Vamos' damage output is just way too good when it comes to burst.
Oh no, not again. probably what's going through the minds right now of BTR by Vitality and their fans. Maybe it's you can see it in the distance. It's getting closer. All those jumping little shurikens that could be their doom. But on the top side of the map, that's going to be a play by Nile and Joker. They're not going to be able to take down Siska. Here comes M404. Now he's going to be able to make out of that space of escape. Here comes the Retribution. The burst. Still, Siska jumps on the hat so that Nile gets taken out. They tried to make a play, but they get punished for it.
Just like that, Nell will again be taken out. Emma goes Sky Piercer on this Brody. And he's picked it up. He's gonna recall for now. I think he wants to use it in the upcoming team fight as soon as possible. Because especially there are 4 members gonna be collapsing down the bottom lane. Can he get out in time? The Catalina catches him. And Emandol returns damage in kind. They just want to secure the turtle. This time Team Vamos are successful in doing that.
That's going to be the pull and the burst. Bigetron by Vitality looking for something, a small win, anything. Because Vamos has gotten so much now, decides to go in with the space escape. Not going to be able to take down Siska. It was because of that Esmeralda holding on up top, not being able to get taken down by Shogun and Nile that has led to some big wins across the map for Team Vamos.
What a big back and forth. BTR, they're feeling their damage realization, but they just can't keep on attacking. They just can't find the target. Now Zikip eventually falls after the chain stun. But that's just their over. They want to utilize this Sky Piercer onto Eman, and now look at them activate this Brody. They're gonna be surrounding him right now, utilizing this Brody to its full potential. And Team Vamos, they have led by 3,000 for the longest time now. Can they last this storm from BTR?
They've decided to turn it around in terms of their rotations. They are willingly giving up control on the opposite side of the map to bait Vamos, to set up their Brody so they can finally start getting stacks. Ziki was the first attempt earlier, but unfortunately, it went to Nile. It went to the Harley. But you see it, they're hungry for it, they're looking for everything they can so that Eman can start chaining kills together for Sky Piercer stacks. They might find one, here comes Finn, the entry, Moreno does not have his feathered airstrike, no, he just used it! He has it with him, could it be stack number 1? Yes it is! That's 20 for Eman, that's gonna be another counter burst by Glokun! Who's gonna be able to get on bar 7, that's a double for Eman! This could be 3! And it's the snowball of Bigetron by Vitality, fully activated! You saw it in their move! You saw it in how they wanted to get the fight, and they did!
And how about that BTR chain stun? They have caught Ziki activating the first Sky Piercer stack. They found Nakpo with that wonderful ult coming up from Moreno. To be fair, Clockwood had his own highlight with that feathered airstrike, a copy feathered airstrike that took out one member of BTR, but Eman only had to stack up twice, and then torn apart memories as well as the natural damage output of the Sky Piercer Brody is enough. Now the Malefic gun being picked up as well. Things just wrapped up so quickly. Imagine 3 minutes ago, Eman just picked up his Sky Piercer, or maybe 3 minutes ago. But now he has his 3rd item or 4th item to add to that. The Malefic gun will be so important in the damage output of this Brody from Eman.
Okay. Vamos now. How are they going to be able to answer this Brody? They still do have the handling. They can play a very annoying defense, considering that they can also steal away the feathered airstrike of the Farsa. So their high ground can theoretically should be good. But if they get out of the base like this, they're putting themselves at risk of setting up even more kills again for the Brody and the Farsa together. Open team play. This could be massive for BTR if they can get a latch onto it, but Vamos decide to back off.
All of a sudden, the tables have turned. BTR are now invading the jungle of Team Vamos, having the Lord on their side. As push coming up from the Nolan might be able to pop the Holy Shields, but BTR, they're banking on that. They want that to be forced out because they can trade properly. Top lane. Don't see that. Oh, big shot, big kill on Siska actually. Onto the back by Serrero. What's the front kill? Gets the kill on the Moreno, but is gonna be shot down by Shogun. trade at all for Team Vamos.
He tried to go after the Brody, but just as you pointed out in the draft, it was the Don't Run Wolf King of this Ruby that stopped the Nolan in its tracks. It still got the Farsa, but it messed up his tempo and flow of trying to take down Eman.
Oh, 3-man stun. Gotf will not be able to pop the ultimate for the torn apart memory. That's just enough for Team Vamos to just back up. They did eventually take out Finn. The BTR overspeeding a little bit in there.
Oh, they tried. You can see it conceptually, the Hanabi, but even though all of them were together, they still were lacking damage. You need the presence of Arrow 404. Maybe even just more items for this Hanabi, but don't tell me it's going to take all the way until Nato getting fully built for the turnaround of Vamos, because, again, we talk about Vitality, they can drag this game out too, they're happy with that.
This is Shogun from the right side. They want to go in for the quick kill out to Finn. Mar, look at this Shogun with the initiation. They have Seiki, and they have the damage, of course. It's going to be a Eye Piercer again. They now make it a 4v4.
Another stack for this Brody. Vamos. They have enough, but will he still try to bait something out? Up top in the purple buff Nile. I don't know if he was able to steal it away, but they're deciding to go for the rush. Arrow 404 does have this purple buff. They're rushing it! Right now, the Nosis is being done by Vitality. Team Vamos have taken this Lord! Moreno with a finger dash trying to take down Siska. He's now decided to go to the purple buff. That was an easy spot by Vamos. And people lose the Lord.
And with that, Team Vamos have crawled their way into the game. They have found an opening and they took it. Now it makes it so that this is an even game for them. They might pressure the mid lane, that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get a pickup into the middle, but you have to be careful because you have to just assume with the nature of the draft from BTR, this has to be a 5-man team. Although the Harley will be more of a flank, but you have to just understand that everybody's just together if they're playing as BTR, because this is a Brody composition. So you have to really address that knuckle. Bursted, but will survive.
Alright. Still, Hanabi holds on. Clockman does have the ultimate of the Ruby. He's going to flicker out of Eman. Clockman finds some magic with the stolen I'm offended. Cannot get close enough. Deacon gets punished. A little bit too early there. I think he just wanted to force some battles, some reactions out, but it just ended up looking like they gave up Zeke for nothing.
Torn apart memory with the Sky Piercer is just too much. You see that Zeke has what, 3 bars of HP, about 1,500 maybe. Left on his HP pool, but then again, a torn apart memory is just too much to deal with, especially with the Sky Piercer. From M6, 1 and 2. I wonder how many stacks there should be for 6. It's about 60, right? Or it's about 80 now. No. You start with 30, right?
Isn't it 20?
20. Yeah, start with 20.
Yeah, it should be maxed out already.
Yeah, should be maxed out.
Entry. AOG. They get the start onto it. That was a break, but that was an attempt of all time. Team Vamos might be able to make something out of this thing. I believe no man spoke too soon. That's just why Nato being able to get a free hit. It's not enough for the damage department. The Sky Piercer onto Eman. The damage of this Brody. The damage of this Harley. BTR by Vitality are just dissecting through Vamos' attempt of catching them off guard. It's Vamos who gets punished through the entry of Zeke without this Hana, because they hold on. He gets taken back. Siska gets punished. And it's BTR by Vitality who are going to be able to ride to this win through the Lord once they get it, because the defense of Vamos might not just be enough.
An ambitious AOG coming up from Zeke. That opened up the fight for BTR, and how about that 3-man flicker stun coming out from Finn? Catching the members of Team Vamos off guard, gets the refresh, was able to take out Nato because of the ultimate. Despite being CC immune, you cannot prevent this crew from riding the Hanabi, and that meant that BTR collects 3 kills, collects the Lord as well, have taken the game back in their favor, and this time, it's a very commanding lead that they have.
If Glue wants to, it shall do it. It will ride whichever and whomever it would want to ride. BTR, can they end it here?
Air 4 has to back down. Oh, he stays. He wants to go for another ambitious play. Gotf is here. You gotta be careful. I know what you're trying to do. Don't give in to your intrusive thoughts. They won't. They will just back down. They will have to defend bottom lane. They will have to give up. South turret. And BTR are knocking on their doors. 3-pronged attack from BTR.
Now Eman is at 80. The 2 kills that he got. Just gotta remind you that you do start with 0 on the Sky Piercers, then you work your way up from there. And he is maxed out at this point. And Vamos know it. It's too difficult for them to go in for their guys because they might just get marked by the Brody. And tore apart Memory to finish it off. Here comes the entry by Bigetron by Vitality. Oh, throw everything! And not go! Who tries to survive? He finally makes it to the respawn point just in time. And here comes the turnaround by Ziggy. They fight the Farsa, but Eman is too much of a problem. They get the Farsa down, but Eman just has too much protection and too much damage on him.
They were able to take out the turret. And with all these players, I think Team Vamos actually found a good opening out there. Despite everything that Eman has, they have taken out Moreno, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, no, it's up, and it comes down. With a lot of damage, they have eliminated the race. Not go, just like that. Eman is now pointing for an endable angle. Glover wants to go in. It is stolen again. Ultimate. It's enough to clear out the minion waste there. Wants to go forward. What a combo from the Damage Dealers of Bigetron. Now Air 4 receives the Deadly Magic, survives for now. Finn has to go back. A close range ultimate coming from Zaykeep. Eman will be able to run away from that one. The base is low. The members of BTR knocking on their doors. So Air 404 bite the deck and he falls. That's it. BTR gonna advance after winning against Team Vamos.
An exciting push and pull series. It's Bigetron by Vitality who take the W. And you saw the moment it all switched for them. It looked like Vamos would be taking control of the game. But once Eman got his Sky Piercer, BTR by Vitality changed their rotation, pedal to the metal, and Vamos could not stop the Brody with max stacks.
Third big Brody. BTR made it look really good. Made it look like the strongest marksman in the meta. And how patient they were in the first 5 minutes were to make sure that they're not rushing things. Once the Sky Piercer was picked up, it was then go time for Eman. And Eman was untouched afterwards. Able to just get kills after kills. The triple kill was the most important point for them as they were able to close things out, and eventually they have secured this game for themselves. What a series that we have seen. Even that last game, Team Vamos are able to scratch their way back into the game and found openings like the Blitz into the Lord, some pickups, some turnarounds. But then again, eventually BTR's composition was just way too good.
And their execution with it, way too sharp. Way too decisive, it looked like even for Vamos to handle. Tried to get some good stuff with it. Tried to turn it around, but the slow creeping realization of the Brody might just be unstoppable ended up becoming true. And we said it in the draft as well, wherein once that Brody popped up, we had this feeling of like, oh, what if it's the realization that Vamos might just not have enough for this Brody. They closed it out with a Farsa, which we thought might spell trouble for them. But in the end, it just ended up working out so well because they executed it down to the T. it was amazing to watch. The moment that Skypiercer was picked up, it looked like a completely different DPR by Vitality that we saw compared to the early portions of the game.
No, I completely agree. It's because Moreno was just connecting with his teammates way better this time. Or maybe it's the other way around, it's the other members connecting with what Moreno has in mind. Because when we saw how they utilized Shogun in the better half of the game, he was always on point. But then again, Finn, I think, was also very commendable in this game. So many multiple hero stunts with a combination of skill 1 and Flicker's skill 2. Coming out from this blue. It was also the turnaround that stopped the ambitious jump coming out from Zeki. Overall, DTR, no passengers out here. Even Niall, with a lot of deaths across all games, is ever so dependable. And I like how they ended this. You can see how Niall will go in, and then Emman was ready for the torn apart memory. I think it will be the play after this one. Because it looks really amazing. It looks like very calculated. You thought that you would be able to run away as Team Vamos, but no. Nael as well as Emman, I think they have gelled together so well that they have taken out. I think they can show us combo plays like that.
And not this time will they fall to a Hanabi. Not twice in just a span of a few weeks. And they do it again. They were honest with their Brody pickup. We had a strong hunch the Farsa was coming. We thought it would be something else, but they still played into it. And they picked it up. The Ruby was a welcome surprise. And it seems like now in this current metagame,